Good morning, everyone. I'm Darlene Mayman,
And I'm Barbara Hawkins Dixon.
and we are the authors of Substance of Building Healthy Relationships. Today, our topic is just going to be open discussions. So we just talking on anything that just come to our mind today. Like now, it took us a whole hour to get on this darn
Yes,
computer and figure this out. Zoom be giving us hell. For real, this is
yes.
terrible. We
It's
supposed to
been
start
a
it at
challenge.
11 o'clock my time. It's now 12:21 before we got on here. So these are things that we're talking about how the devil just steps in the way when you're trying to do things positive, and he always throws something at you to cause you to not do what you're supposed to do. So we just discussed any topics today. So Barbara, you start.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about several things today because we got through off track. But as always, when lemons are thrown at us, we make
You keep
lemonade
it
out of
going.
it. We refuse to be outdone with it. Okay. One of the things we're gonna talk about is closing the door on unhappiness and being accountable for what and who you allow to toxify your space. Okay, we all know we have the key to our own success, and we know what we want and need out of life, including our dreams and what we need to achieve them. Uh, in order to achieve your dreams and your goals, you have to step away from baggage. You have to step away from people that try to toxify what you are trying to do. If they're not with you, trying to help you reach your goal and support, then it's like baggage that's trying to drain you from it. But you can't allow that to happen. You have to stay on top of your plans and your thoughts and your desires to reach your goals. So by doing that, you're taking your power back. You're taking the power to move on, to improve, to my 3 hours, I always say, to relax, refresh, and regroup. And once you do those three things, you could find your focus back and get your direction back right. Because when you have all that cloudiness around you, it stunts your growth because you don't know which direction to go in because of so much drama and negativity around you. But you have to, it's important to do those three R's that I just mentioned, and that will help you get back on track to get back to motivating yourself to doing what you need to do to succeed in your life. Darlene.
Yes, that is so true. You also have to, you know, keep your circle as small as you can. Everybody you shouldn't have everybody in your circle because a lot of times everybody that you think is for you is not for you. Somewhere in between there, you got some haters that's not happy because they see you advancing to another level. And they'll smile at you and they'll congratulate you and they'll tell you all the good things that you want to hear. But they also hating on the side too. That's why you can't tell everything that you do. A lot of times when you set your goals and stuff, some things you have to keep to yourself and just accomplish what you're gonna do. You can't tell everybody what you're doing because a lot of people will pray against you not making it of being successful in what you want to do. but they smiling in your face constantly. And unfortunately, it can be the people that's really close to you that does that too. So everybody can't be in your circle. So some things that you're gonna try to accomplish, you got to do it on your own and keep it to yourself and let them see when it's done. Then you say something about it. But you shouldn't tell everything that you're trying to accomplish. Barbara.
Yes, and a lot of cases, is not just, peoples that uh, peoples in the street. Is your own family could be toxic and
Mhm.
want to stymie your growth, because people's have the way of thinking that you trying to be better uh, than them. It's not that you're trying to be better than them. You just trying to you know, uh, improve your life, and people's uh pretend very well, pretend they happy for you. Some would, uh say that they, oh, congratulations, I'm so happy for you, but refuse to support you. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
dollar or two is gonna make you rich,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
so that's why, you can know people's, but everybody is not your friend. You know your friends, because friends is going to support friends.
yeah.
They want to see you do better. They want to see
Mhm.
you have better. They encourages you to do better.
Yes.
For instance, you don't shy away from saying, when it's actually really your friend, you don't have to shy away from saying anything, because you feel that it might hurt that person's feelings. For instance, Darlene, with me and your friendship, I feel free to tell you, uh, well, uh, things that I think you, uh, you know, uh, shouldn't do, or should do. And I feel confident and knowing that if you tell me the same thing, we
Mhm.
don't get offensive about it,
That's right.
because
And that's
we
what a
know
real
we
friend
have.
does. Yes.
That's what real friends does, because we know
Uh-huh.
we have each other back. And
Mhm.
so, criticisms, could help you to
Yeah.
evolve from a toxic place in your life into, a better place.
Mhm. Well, that is true. Like you said, with me and your friendship, we gonna go on like that picture I've been telling you to do for 4 months now,
Yes, yes.
and you
You
still
know,
ain't on
but
it
you
yet.
stay on. But
But
the
I
thing
stay on
is,
you because
you
I
stay
know it's in
on
you.
me about it.
Because I know
Yes, you
it's in you to do. Like I knew it was in you to pick up that pen and start writing that children's book. Because we
yes.
saw that we had the same things in common, and that's what friends does. You encourage each other, you support each other. But unfortunately, with I'm gonna say unfortunately, with us being the sisters, especially African American women too, that what bothers me sometimes. We are so quick to be haters, to not, support the sisters should be about encouraging one another and supporting one another. But unfortunately, we don't do that. Not everybody, but you got those that if they just see that you're trying to accomplish anything in life and you're trying to advance yourself, they against it. They smile at you, but behind that smile, they're angry at you. Let me give you an example of myself. I got a couple of people, and I'm gonna just say a couple of people who, I deal with constantly at work. Some people, right? Now, they get mad, and then you can see the whole change in them now since I started writing my children's books and the books that the book me and you did. People smile and stuff in your face, but they don't want to support. They got an attitude with you. You can see the change in them and everything. And you be like, are they feeling that way because I writing books, or you treating me that way because you hating, or what's going on? All of a sudden you see the change in people. So people will smile at you and act like they support you, but they really don't. So that's why I say you can't everything that you do. That taught me that those are the people that I don't want to be around. Those are the kind of people that I don't want in my circle, because they'll put hindrance against you. They'll say things against you that stop you from progressing to what you want to do. So you can't put everybody into your circle. And it's sad that we do that as women. That's one thing I don't like about us. That's why my circle is small. Heck, actually, you're the only one in my circle that's to keep it seriously. I mean, I deal with a lot of people, I associate with a lot of people, but I find that us as women, we don't support each other like we should. People be hating on you, and they don't even know why you hating on. They don't even know why they're hating on you. I ain't got no more than what you got. Heck, some of them got way more than I got, but you don't like me. So I could never understand why we do that with each other. That's why I kind of keep to myself, and I don't crowd with a bunch of women because I don't like to be in that kind of circle like that.
Yes, that's right. And uh people's, like you say, don't know why they act like that, because uh all you trying to do is improve yourself.
Hmm.
You is in control of you. You
Hmm.
could only change yourself. You can't change nobody else, people's around you, or none of the above. And so
Hmm.
if somebody is concentrating, everybody have baggage behind them. And drama been through things and want to, you can go back and correct your mistakes, but
Hmm.
you could try to line up, your future. Your past is your past, but to try to line up your future. And it's just crazy how when you try to change, make changes for your self, people's is negative, become negative all around you. Start, like you say, start treating you different for no reason. Like, okay, what's going on here?
Hmm.
Everything becomes a challenge, you know, a competition. That's not what trying to reach your goal should be. Help a sister up, help a brother up. Don't because feel like because you trying to change, then you know they destructive ways is going to discourage you from still reaching uh you know to your full potential. And so what I learned to do with that, Darlene, when toxic people try to disrupt my peace, I I let that give me more of the determination to finish doing what I set out to do. Because if you go on other people's feelings, you know, sometimes it does hurt. It depends on where that, change is coming from. If it's somebody that you love, and you see the change and how they just switch up on you, and everything you do is not right. Whatever is said is not right. And then, yeah, it touches you. It touches your
Yeah.
heart because you expect that treatment from an enemy.
Yeah.
You don't expect that from someone that's close, you know, uh, close to you. But
Mhm.
occasionally that happens because, like I say, uh, family is toxic also. It's not just relationships, and friendships. It's toxic family. How many peoples in family don't speak or don't talk? you know, because it's toxic behavior. And when you being a independent person and you speak your mind, you're gonna encounter that type of stuff because I'm gonna stand on what I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let nobody change my mind about what I believe in. If that's my belief, I'm going to ride it to the end.
Yeah.
If that's my belief, so don't get upset with me because that's the way I feel. I'm not encouraging you to feel no type of way, but my feelings is my feelings, just like you have your feelings. I meant so peoples would dislike you because you're not a follower. You're not uh, agreeing with them, even though that's not the way that you feel. If you feel a certain way, stand on the way that you feel. Don't let
Yeah.
anyone,
Yeah.
change the way you feel, even if you're wrong. You have to
Mhm.
do. But
Yes.
ain't nobody else. I'm not gonna allow nobody else to come to me and take me against what I believe and what's in my heart.
Mhm.
And I never been one to kiss up behind nobody. As far as, feeling ego and willing to get along. If
Mhm.
we don't get along, we don't get along. Simple. I can live with it. You live with it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I'm not
Yeah.
a people's pleaser. I don't
Yeah.
need to be a lot of people's in my circle.
Mhm.
I love being uh, having my space and evolving in my own space. I'm not bothering nobody, you know. But if you step
Mhm.
on my toe, I'm gonna let you know you
Yes.
stepped on my
Yes.
toe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
I'm not gonna
because
do
if you
that.
don't do right, if you don't do that, people, if you don't speak up for yourself or just allow people just to say anything to you, they'll just think, they'll do that. They'll think they can just say anything to you, and you're supposed to just sit back and take it, and it's okay what they say. But then when you say something, your words don't matter. Your words is just as important as theirs. Your opinion is just as important as theirs. But some people don't see it that way, and I'm like you too. If you just in my circle and you working my nerves, I'm gonna be quiet for a minute, but then I'm finna go there with you because I just didn't had about enough of you for the
Yeah,
day. But you try not to be that, and I try not to be that way too. Sometimes I can ignore a lot of things, but you got to really push my buttons and really go there. Then I'm not shutting up no more. That's it. And now people have started to notice, all I got to do is look at you now. They I
uh-huh.
look at them now and then they know, okay, she ain't in the mood today, or let me leave her alone. Because I guess after you get older, you don't have time for all that foolishness, and all that he say and she say stuff. And I don't be want to hear all that. Sometimes I be have to just tell people, you know what? If you ain't got nothing positive to say, just go on over there on your side. Just I ain't trying to hear all that. Cause the same way you sitting here saying what you saying about that person, you can bet you saying the same thing about me when I ain't around. So I don't try to be
Absolutely.
around that. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
exactly the way it
Yeah.
goes.
So I
When
try to just
somebody's
stop them
sitting up,
when it's right, when it's coming and I hear you coming with it, I have to shut them down. I don't even want to hear that day. You ain't got nothing positive to say. Step back on over there where you was at, because I ain't trying to hear that. And that's what
right.
you have to do. Because if they talking about that person like that, you can imagine what they saying when you're not around.
Yes, I always believed that, and I always
Yeah.
said that a
Yeah.
person that sit up and talk about one person to you is the same thing they doing when you're not around to the next person.
Yeah.
And so, you don't want to be a
I don't want
part of
part of that. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think it's when you get a little older, like we are, you don't want to hear all that. You don't tolerate all that anymore. My nerves just ain't with that anymore. You got to go. You just got to go. I just walk away. Sometimes I don't even have to say nothing. I just walk away from you. Because I know if I don't walk away, it's gonna be some words said. So I have to step away from that person.
Yeah, and then unhappy people, for whatever reasons they are unhappy, we
Hmm.
all have our ups and downs in life. Every day is not going, the sun is not going to shine in our life. But we have to know that, and have the drive to conquer when it starts storming. You can't just, can't give up. But people have the tendency when things not going right in their life, whether it's
Hmm.
illness or whatever the problem is, you
Hmm.
know, everybody goes through illness, have different things, but it's not all about you. It's about everybody going through something,
Right.
so you don't
Yeah.
try to make somebody else's life unhappy because you feeling unhappy.
Yeah.
If you have the faith, then you should know that this is
Hmm.
only a season that you're going through, and that
Right.
things would change, change for the better once you uh, once you realize and you have the faith in your Lord and Savior that He is a healer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Because
people,
like you said, we all go through things. Everybody had their issues, everybody had their ups and downs, but you don't take what you going through or the anger that you have within yourself and you try to put it off on somebody else, because you're mad. You can't be doing that.
right, when you go through
If you're not having a good day, I'm sorry you're not having a good day, but don't bring your frustrations to me.
right, when you go to the doctor or you go to the hospital, are you the only one there? No,
No?
you're not the only one at the doctor's office or at the
Mhm.
hospital.
Mhm.
Everybody there has some type of issues going on.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so your it some people's make it like a power struggle or something. Like they illness, only they illness matter. It don't matter what you going through that you trying to deal with within yourself for issues, issues everybody have. And
Right.
so nobody issues is no more important than the next one. Don't
Yeah.
nobody want to be ill. Nobody want to be sick.
Mhm.
But we
Yeah.
all know that we not here to live forever.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so very important. Take me to another point that is so very important to live with our ages. Now we have lived the longest of our life.
Yeah.
And so, you know, with the rest of it, I just want peace,
Peace. Yes.
happiness,
Yes.
those
No
things.
drama. I know.
No drama. I want to be drama free. I don't
Mhm.
want to have to deal with uh wondering where you fit in, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, marriage, or whatever. When you're not being prior to prioritized and that feel like you being prioritized in it, then it's issues. But at the same time, then you just find your own peace and just
Yeah.
live the best
Yeah.
that you can live.
Yeah. Because that's how I feel too. I feel like, when you at the age we are now, you're not for drama anymore. You just want peace now. These are like our golden years. We don't want to go through the stress and the worry and the arguing and just all the stuff that's just unnecessary stuff that we done been through down the road. And now that we got to the age we now, we not we all we want is just peace, happiness, joy. That's all I want to see. Because neither,
Yeah,
you don't guarantee. None of us is guaranteed. You don't know when our last days is going to be. And I want to spend my rest of my days being peaceful,
yes, being
and getting
peaceful.
along with people and you're not being angry and none of that because these are the years you're supposed to be enjoying yourself now.
Yes, because when you're not peaceful in your life,
Mhm.
whether you know it or not, it brings.
It bring the stress,
Right.
it bring the sickness, it bring all that to you. You hear me?
Yes, that's
Okay.
if sorry, I thought I had turned my volume
That's
down.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah. But yes, when you in that type of situation, whereas, uh you might not think it's affecting you, but it is
It
affecting you.
is.
It's
Yeah.
affecting your blood pressure, it's affecting your heart, it's in just your mental, abilities. It
Mhm.
just affects everything.
Mhm.
And I don't I want to live live like that.
Yeah.
I I just want peace and happiness uh and want to reach my full potential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things that I feel like I didn't do in my younger days,
Mhm.
I just want to do better with my older years because one thing about it, as you get older, you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to
Yes.
mature.
Yeah.
You had your childish days, you know, the teen years, preteens, young adults, those stages have passed. You have to grow beyond that
Mhm.
to be a better person, to grow from that's why it's different stages, a boy, a young man, a man, and an old man. I mean, so on those different stages, you supposed to develop and grow. The same with women, from being girls, preteens, things, and a woman, then the older woman. I mean, so you are supposed to advance with each level uh, of maturity. So it's never too late to make your life
Oh,
better.
it's
And
not. It's not. A lot of people say, I hear a lot of people say, when you get a certain age, you can't do this and you can't do that, but not realizing sometimes that's when your life really begins at an older age. Things that they say you shouldn't have did when you were younger, it comes out better when you get older. Which what I mean is like just saying, like with me myself, I decided to go back to school, right? And I was
yes,
what, like in my 50s or, yeah, 50s or somewhere down in there. But people would say, well, you too old to be doing that. You ain't never too old to do anything. I find myself as I get older, my life is the things that I was, wanted to do. I have done it and have successfully did it as I got older than I was when I was younger. And that's because when you get older, you have matured more. I had more
right.
patience to do what I wanted to do, to go back to college and get my degrees and stuff, because my mindset was better then than when it was when I was younger. So when people say you ain't never too old to do anything.
Yes, you're not. As long as you have breath in your body,
Mhm.
uh, and the determination to get something done,
Yeah.
you can
You
do
can
it. You
do it.
can
Yeah.
achieve your goals.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And so
that's why I tell people all the time, it's a season for everything. And I feel that my season was when I got older to do the things that I wanted to do. It wasn't my season when I was younger. It was my season now.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And with having that type of mindset, it
Mhm.
also help you to not dwell on what you didn't do when you were younger.
But
Of
younger,
course,
yes,
it might
yes,
come across our minds, we should have did this or we
yes,
should have did
mm-hmm,
that. But
mm-hmm,
we also know from our maturity level that we can't go back and fix what we didn't do right. And
right,
so, yeah, and so we don't dwell on it and we just appreciate and enhance the things that we want to accomplish now.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. So we are coming to a closing. So Barbara, what would you like to know, tell someone to look for, as they get older?
Yeah, regardless of what mistakes you have made in the past, like we all have made mistakes in the past, but regardless of what they are, don't let that stand your growth to,
Yes.
to
Mm-hmm.
want more. If you don't want more, you will never get more. If you don't have
Yes.
the determination and the drive to make things
Yes.
happen, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
stay in a still position. So
Yes.
if you want better, you have to put the effort in. You have to
Mm-hmm.
put the work in
Got to
order
put the
to
work
make it
in.
happen.
Yes.
Yes. It's
Yes.
not going to just happen on its own. You have to stand up and put
Yeah.
the effort and the work into
Yeah. Because faith
it.
without work is dead. You got to make that first move. You have to take that step. And it doesn't matter the age or how old you are, it's what's in you to do. No, I don't like when people say I'm too old to do this or I'm too old to do that. You ain't never too old to do anything. Sometimes it takes for you to get older to be successful in what you're trying to do.
Right. And stop allowing peoples to toxify your space.
Right.
You know,
And try to
if they
discourage you. Yes.
yeah, trying to discourage you from doing what you're doing by not being a support system,
Mm,
for you and trying to help you and, looking down on you, because feeling, a certain way because you trying to be a better person, to employ
mm,
yourself.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
so
mhm.
sometimes it takes having to remove people from your circle
Yeah.
that that's not
Yeah.
on the level that you're on.
Yeah.
You know,
That is true.
so just I
Well,
just I just feel like Darlene is just it just like we say, just take determination and
mhm.
um
Perseverance
not,
and just do it.
yes,
Yes. Yes.
and
And
just
just
do
do
it.
it.
And
And just do it.
yeah,
I always
and,
tell myself, since I got older, now everything that I'm trying to be accomplished and be successful at doing it, I always bring God into the midst of it. I ask God to guide me, open those doors for me so that I can walk that path. But as I'm walking on, He guides me on my way. And I notice that when I'm doing that, those doors open. They might not open when I want them to open, but God be's on time and He'll open them when you're not even least expecting it. And that's what He has been doing right now in my life. So I'm blessed with that, being at this age and being able to do the things that I want to do because I know who got me.
so with the same question that you asked me
Hmm.
about, what would you tell people to help them to develop into the person that they want to be?
Hmm.
Uh, what advice would you give them, regardless of their age?
Yeah,
You know,
yes, yes. I would say, believe first, I would say first believe in yourself. Never, feel like it because you at a certain age that you can't succeed in doing what you do. I learned from experience that that's not true. The things that I'm doing now, I thought I wanted to do in my younger days, but you had situations that caused you not to be where you need to be. So never think like I said, everything is for a season. You might not understand why it's not happening the way you want it to happen. Because God works, that's not how God works. God opens the doors when he sees that you are ready to for him to put you to where you need to be. So don't give up on yourself and just keep being encourage yourself because you can do and succeed in anything what you want if you believe in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely true. And the thing that I do also, which I was taught and raised to do,
Mhm.
always if it help you to look in the mirror and tell yourself every day,
I
I
can
love
do it.
me, or I love
Mm-hmm.
this about me, or I love
Mm-hmm.
this about me.
Yes.
To help encourage you to know that you are enough.
Yeah.
You won't be enough for everybody, but you be enough for
For
yourself.
yourself.
And
Yes.
don't let the fact that somebody else might think that you're not enough to
Mhm.
limit your abilities to grow,
Mhm.
because that person might not be happy with themselves and they in a still position. So if they in a still position, they not gonna encourage you to do any better because
Mhm.
misery loves company.
Mhm.
Person that has nothing to lose
Mhm.
will help
I,
a
yes.
person with something lose everything.
Yes, I will also say too, when you're around people that always talking negative, they never saying anything positive when they're around you, I would say remove yourself from that situation because that negativity will fall on you and you don't want that. You want to be around people that are positive. You want to hear things that are positive. You don't want to hear anything that's negative or telling you can't do this and you can't do that. Yes, you can. So if you got to be around folks like that, I would say remove yourself from the negativity because that would be hard on you, help you to accomplish what you want to do because you always got somebody around you saying you can't do this, you can't do that, or that's not going to happen. Yes, it can. So to do that, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that. I'm positive about what I'm going to do. You got to go.
But you have to be mature minded to do that because you have
Yeah,
to realize some people's are followers.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
people's like to, fit in with the crowd. You
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, they have the ability to, everyone have the ability to think for themselves. But
Mm-hmm.
some people's have to feel like they part of
Mm-hmm.
something, whether it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't have that mentality or that level of maturity, you're going to stay
Yeah,
in that place or not
yeah,
developing into who you could be because you letting the circle around you that's uh, enjoy being at the state they in because of their own misery
mm-hmm.
disrupt what you have. And
Mm-hmm.
you falling for the bait
Yeah,
because you're not thinking, allowing yourself to think for yourself because you're more eager to fit in with a crowd. Yeah, so uh we hope you enjoyed us today. Uh
yes.
we was all over the place, but that's exactly what our plans was today, to not
Mm-hmm.
just completely talk on uh abusive relationships, but we definitely will be back to that
Yes,
subject
today was
because,
just our open discussion today.
yeah, our open
Yes,
discussion. And
yeah.
so it's very important, that we put it out there, about uh, toxic and abusive relationships because
Mhm.
it is time now to, where people get to understand it and free themselves from it
Yes,
because so many toxic relationships and abusive relationships, people don't make it through it,
yes, yes,
because
that is
either the
true.
stress gonna kill you or the abuse, being
Mhm.
abused in a relationship, gonna
Yes,
kill you. So
Yes.
either way, they unhealthy relationships, whether it's abusive or mental abuse. It's all the
Yeah.
same because that deteriorates your body. With
So,
your mind being so messed up from mental abuse.
yes, good topic today. So my AKA Barbara Jean has spoken, you guys. So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and we'll be back here again with you guys again Sunday, again with another topic. So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.
Yes, enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks for joining us. Bye.